Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. This popular quote has been widely shared with slightly different variation. Some attributed to Robin Williams, Plato, Lan McLaren, and others, but they all contain the same blaring truths. There are countless challenges surrounding ourselves and our community. Even in the midst of global pandemic, each individual and each family has their own set of personal struggle and concern. But there is courage and hope to be found in every obstacle that we face. And those 100 quotes for tough time will help us get through our collective and personal hard time. Whether you are pressing on with focus, determination, feeling overwhelmed with so much of unknown, resting firmly in your faith, struggle with anxiety, or all of the above, going through difficult circumstances can bring forth new burdensome challenges to navigate. When the affliction you are dealing with seems too severe and unimaginable, remember that you are not alone. You are stronger than you realize. And it is more than okay to ask for help. All we need to take time to breathe deep, shoot out the voice of panic and worry inside our head, and be reminded that we can and will get through those hardships. So get yourself a glass of water, sit back, and let those 100 inspirational quotes for tough time refresh your frightened spirits and faith. But before then, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe and turn on notification bell. Let's begin. The human capacity for burden is like bamboo, far more flexible than you would ever believe at glance. I can be changed by what happened to me, but I refuse to reduce by it. On the other side of storm is the strength that comes from having navigated through it. Raise your sail and begin. Although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming of it. Turn your wound into wisdom. My scare remind me that I did indeed survive my deepest wound. That in itself is an accomplishment, and they bring to mind something else. They remind me that the damage life has inflicted on me has, in many places, left me stronger and more resilient. What hurt me in the past has actually made me better equipped to face the present. Resilience is accepting your new reality, even if it is less good than the one you had before. You can fight it. You can do nothing but scream about what you are lose. Or you can accept that and try to put together something that is good. A good half of the art of living is resilience. Never say that you can't do something, or that something seems impossible, or that something can't be done, no matter how discouraging or harrowing it may be. Human beings are limited only by what we allow ourselves to be limited by. Our own mind, we are each the master of our own reality. When we become self-aware to this, absolutely anything in the world is possible. It is your reaction to adversity, not adversity itself, that determine how your life story will develop. Life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. We get stronger and more resilient. We all have battle to fight, and it is often in those battles that we are most alive. It is on the front line of our life that we earn wisdom, create joy, forge friendship, discover happiness, find love, and do purposeful work. No matter how much fall on us, we keep plowing ahead. That is the only way to keep the road clear. Resilience is very different than being numb. Resilience means you experience, you feel, you fail, you hurt, you fall, but you keep going. The oak fought the wind and was broken. The willow bends when it must and survive. You must bear losses like a soldier. The voice told me bravely and without complaint, and just when the day seemed lost, grab your shield for another stand. And thrust forward. That is the junction that separates hero from the mere strong. Strong people alone know how to organize their suffering so as to bear only the most necessary pain. Some knowledge is too heavy, you cannot bear it. Your father will carry it until you are able. Strength does not come from winning. Your struggle will develop your strength. When you go through hardship and decide not to surrender, that is strength. It may sound strange, but many champions are made champion by setback. No one escapes pain, fear, and suffering. Yet from pain can come wisdom. From fear can come courage. From suffering can come strength, if we have the virtue of resilience. I believe in being strong when everything seems to be going wrong. I believe that tomorrow is another day, and I believe in miracle. The difference between a strong man and a weak man, one is that the former does not give up after a defeat. Hold yourself responsible for a higher standard than anybody else expects of you. Never excuse yourself. Never pity yourself. Be a hard master to yourself and be lenient to everyone else. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Life is very interesting. In the end, some of your greatest pain become your greatest strengths. My barn having burned down, I can now see the moon. If you are going through hell, keep going. Enthusiasm is common, endurance is rare. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Listen to the people who love you. Believe that they are worth living for. even when you don't believe it. Seek out the memory depression take away and project them into the future. Be brave, be strong, take your pills, exercise because it is good for you, even if every step weighs 1,000 pounds. Eat when food itself disgusts you. Reason with yourself when you have lost your reason. We are all faced with a series of great opportunity brilliantly disguised as impossible situation. Resilience is the ability to attack while running away. You may have to fight a battle more than once to win it. Rock bottom become the solid foundation in which I rebuild my life. That which does not kill us make us stronger. One's dignity may be assaulted, vandalized, and cruelly mocked, but it can never be taken away unless it is surrounded. The harder you fall, the heavier your heart. The heavier your heart, the stronger you climb. The stronger you climb, the higher your pedestal. Successful people demonstrate their resilience through their dedication to making progress every day, even if that progress is marginal. Courage does not always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is stronger enough. With the new day come new strength and new thoughts. Resilience is not a single skill. It is a variety of skill and coping mechanism to bounce back from bump in the road as well as failure. You should focus on emphasizing the positive. I love the man that can smile in trouble, that can gather strength from distress and grow brave by reflection. Tea is the business of little mind to shrink, but he whose heart is firm and whose conscience approve his conduct will pursue his principle unto death. Hard time don't create heroes. It is during the hard time when the hero within us is revealed. What help you persevere is your resilience and commitment. It is a funny thing about life. Once you begin take note of the thing you are grateful for, you begin to lose sight of the thing that you like. If your heart is broken, make art with the pieces. Happiness is not something that depends on our surrounding. It is something we make inside ourselves. Nothing is more beautiful than the smile that has struggled through the tear. Out of suffering have emerged the strongest soul. The most massive character are shared with scare. At times may have held you down, but they will not last forever. When all is said and done, you will be increased. The world break everyone, and afterward some are strong at the broken places. It is really wonderful how much resilience there is in human nature. Let any obstructive cause, no matter what, be removed in any way, even by days, and we fly back to first principle of hope and enjoyment. Hard times are sometimes blessing in disguise. We do have to suffer, but in the end it makes us stronger, better and wise. Persistence and resilience only come from having been given the chance to walk through difficult problems. Difficulty are meant to rouse, not discourage. The human spirit is to grow strong by conflicts. I have no regrets in my life. I think that everything happened to you for a reason. The hard time that you go through build character, making you a much stronger person. There is meaning in every journey that is unknown to the traveler. Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got up again. At times arose an instinctive desire for authenticity. There is a saying in Tibetan: tragedy should be utilized as a source of strength, no matter what sort of difficulty, how painful experience is. If we lose our hope, that is our real disaster. We are only as strong as we are united, as weak as we are divided. No matter how bleak or menacing a situation may appear, it does not entirely own us. It can't take away our freedom to respond, our power to take action. You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. Anyone can give up. It is the easiest thing in the world to do. But to hold it together when everyone would expect you to fall apart, now that is true strength. Like tiny seed with potent power to push through tough ground and become mighty tree. We hold innate reserve of imaginable strength. We are resilient. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always try to just one more time. And one has to understand that braveness is not the absence of fear, but rather the strength to keep on going forward despite the fear. She stood in the storm, and when the wind did not blow her away, she adjusted herself. Courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. All the adversity I have had in my life, all my trouble and obstacle have strengthened me. You may not realize it when it happens, but a kick in the teeth may be the best thing in the world for you. He who believes is strong. He who doubts is weak. Strong conviction precedes great action. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Hard times build determination and inner strength. Through them, we can also come to appreciate the uselessness of anger. Be patient and tough. Someday, this pain will be useful to you. Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. Make up your mind that no matter what come your way, no matter how difficult, no matter how unfair, you will do more than simply survive. You will thrive in spite of it. A hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of our overwhelming obstacles. Grief and resilience live together. We are not a product of what has happened to us in our past. We have the power of choice. When we learn how to become resilient, we learn how to embrace the beautiful broad spectrum of human experience. When you go through something, like you learn to appreciate little things, the bed tree floor. We do not have to become heroes overnight, just a step at a time. Meeting each thing that comes up, seeing it is not as dreadful as it disappears. Discovering we have the strength to stay it down. Resilience is based on compassion for ourselves as well as compassion for others. Worry does not empty tomorrow of its sorrow. It empties today of its strength. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carry with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefits. Confidence, courage, and determining spirit are vital for surviving hard times. Difficult times have helped me to understand better than before how infinitely rich and beautiful life is in every way, and what so many things that one goes worrying about are of no importance whatsoever. Hope is the thing with feather that perches in the soul and seeing the tunnel without the word and never stop at all. When things are bad, we take comfort in the thoughts that they could always get worse. And when they are, we find hope in the thoughts that things are so bad, they have to get better. We must accept finite disappointments, but never lose infinite hope. The gem cannot be polished without friction, neither man perfected without trial. Worry never rob tomorrow of its sorrow. It only sap today of its joy. And hard times are good in their own way too. But the only way you can achieve true happiness, if it's your experience through sadness as well, it is all about light and shade balance. In the middle of difficulty lie opportunity. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane take off against the wind, not with it. Going through challenging things can teach you a lot, and they also make you appreciate the time that are so challenging. You may not always have a comfortable life, and you will not always be able to solve all of the world problems at once. But don't ever underestimate the importance you can have, because history has shown us that courage can be contagious and hope can take on a life of its own. For more inspirational quotes, Subscribe and turn on notification bell. Thanks for watching.